morning, new week, vlog, new location, same lighting. I'm at my parents' on my little getaway from the city. I have done a workout, I've showered, my hair is washed. I think I'm gonna see how it's drying, but I'm probably gonna give it a little blow dry in a second. And I've just made my breakfast. I brought my fixins to make matchas this week. This is not my best, but that's okay. They don't always have to be the best. A lot of like catch-up work to do today. I know, I do actually have to do work. I'm speaking at a conference thingy on Friday, so I need to get my presentation together. Make sure that's good, so that's top priority for me today. And I just want to get caught up on editing the next vlog that's going out, finishing up, like putting out the vlog that's going up this week, and editing all the short form content that I just have sitting on my phone so that I can clear out my phone of storage. So that is the agenda for today. Okay, I just gave myself a little blowout, honestly, because I just couldn't have wet hair touching my back anymore. This is why I usually wash my hair at night, because my hair takes so long to dry. So I just ran my mom's blow dryer brush. I got her the Revlon blow dry brush a couple years ago. I am gonna hunker down at my laptop and get my work done so that I can do all the fun stuff moving forward. Once I get this stuff for the conference out of the way, I don't have to think about it until like Thursday when I want to run through it one more time before I have to do it on Friday. Slightly shocking to me that in this digital age, so much has been digitized, but is not easy to find. And on the flip side of that, how much has not been digitized and is not available digitally. I'm glad I was able to make the slide. Very happy I was able to find what I was looking for. But it was not easy. It was not easy. Nothing is. Research isn't. Like, there's a reason why I'm doing this. I think that my research is important in a way, and that kind of sounds weird to say, but like, is not information that is readily available at the click of a finger. And I think, considering the social climate in the United States today, it should be more available. That feels like a lead on. We'll talk about it in the next clip, because I need to keep working away. I have flipped to the couch. I have Love Island on in the background because I was just doing so much like nitty gritty database searching that I needed to just put something on so that I didn't have complete silence. And this is the kind of thing where listening to an audiobook is not helpful, but putting on people ranting in a villa in Spain is totally fine. I just finished the work on my presentation. I'll probably go through it tomorrow just to make sure that all the words make sense. I'm done for today. My brain is tapped out and I need no screen time. I say this as I talk to you, but I wanted to have a little chat about this presentation and my master's thesis and all of that before I dive into a little reading time before dinner. I don't know if I have talked about this on my YouTube channel, so if you haven't been around for the last couple years, like since COVID, on Instagram or TikTok, I got my master's degree. I studied fashion and textile history, theory, and museum studies, or museum practice. I think it was museum studies when I applied to it, but it is now a museum practice. Anyway, all of that means I studied, and that program has 2 tracks. So I was on the curatorial track. So I basically studied how to be a museum curator / really really hyper fixated on being a researcher and using fashion theory or other theories in the realm that they relate to fashion history. And just the way that a lot of my research in my classes sort of shook out by the end, I really found my niche where I was looking at the intersections of fashion history, gender theory, and feminist theory. That's a lot of words, and that means a lot of things, and it means a lot of things to a lot of different people. Hold please, my mother is texting me about the cake for my dad. So all of that meant that when it came time to choose my thesis, or my qualifying paper, that's what we called it in my program, wound up looking at New York's disguise law from 1845, which was only amended back in 2020. Very interesting. And they are now trying to reinstate, which is also very interesting. So I was looking at that law, and the lens with which I chose to look at it was from two perspectives. A person that I found in a New York Daily Times article, this was the title previous to the New York Times. A person named Charlie had been arrested for vagrancy, but the bulk of the article focused on how the court could come after them with this disguise law because it came out that they were dressed in a way that did not align with their assigned sex at birth. Now, the article did not say that. That is my language that I've chosen to use because the way Charlie answered the interviewer's questions made it very apparent that Charlie did not want to abide by the heteronormative society that they were in, and we still are in, right? That was one side of it. We have a civilian who is being targeted or potentially targeted by this law. I was comparing Charlie's experience to that of one particular gender impersonator, Ella Wessner. And Ella Wessner has been written about and I don't know if I would call it studied. I keep looking off because there is the cutest little bunny in my backyard eating. Hold on. There we go. You see? Oh my God, how freaking cute. New Jersey wildlife. Anyway, so I was comparing Charlie to Ella Wessner, who has been written about and studied in entertainment history and queer history because they were a gender impersonator who had a public relationship with women and wore male presenting clothing in their personal life. Like, even when they were leaving the stage, they wore male presenting clothing and they were buried in pants. I wanted to consider how a public figure in the entertainment space specifically was viewed by the public versus just a normal person, somebody who was really on the fringes of society, because Charlie had been dressing in male attire for several years. They had come from New Orleans as a teenager, and I found them mentioned in several newspaper articles between New York and Boston within the span of, I think it was 1853 and 1856. So my paper was about that law and Charlie and Ella and how they were affected by that law in different ways, and what was happening socially. There was, I'm going to cover this in one of my Fashion Fridays, about the cult of true womanhood or the cult of pure womanhood, because it came up in one of the historical romances I read. I can't remember if it was Bringing Down the Duke or A Rogue of One's Own. That's also a really fascinating topic. That was a term coined by the historian Barbara Welter in 1966. This term has been around for a while, and it primarily focuses on the middle part of the 19th century, and it focused on this idea of like a true woman and how she lived her life in relation to God. That was just another like facet built into my paper. So on this, we're just having a chat. So on Friday, I am presenting the research. I'm presenting like a bare bones look because obviously every single facet of this goes deeper and deeper, and I could talk for like 3 hours about this, which is great because I did like a year's worth of research on it. So on Friday, I'm presenting it to a group of peers. I keep calling it a conference. It's called a Master's Roundtable, and it's being put on by the Association of Dress Historians. And they put out a call saying that they were going to hold this virtual forum, and people that had graduated from a master's program in the last 2 years. So I think the cutoff was 2022, I believe. Or it might have been 2023 when I forget. I know I fell into the like framework of when you needed to have graduated to fit the criteria. It is a like 4-5 hour virtual session with different presentation blocks. The idea is that we not only get to present to people that are of the same situation as us, recent graduates, but also they're going to have people that are more like mentors come in and we can get feedback on our presentations. So it's just a way for me to get comfortable presenting this research. Good morning vlog. Oh, my face feels dry. I did a workout this morning that was not, it didn't feel great. I think I said the other day that I am a member of Core Power and I pay for the like top unlimited membership only because it pays for itself. If I go to 2 classes a week minimum, it pays for itself for the month, which is great. And that's what I love. I love a return on investment. I like when it feels like my money is doing the most for me. But the nice thing about that membership is obviously I can go to as many classes as I want in a month, but I also get access to live streams and the on-demand section. So for weeks like this, where I don't have a studio readily available to me to go to, I can do it in the comfort of my own home. I'm trying to get better about doing those, like, they have some really great like 30-minute, 20-minute flows. I'm trying to get better about doing those in my apartment. There's not a ton of space, so we're still working that out. When I'm here, it's really great. During the pandemic, my parents kind of made a little gym area downstairs. The other day, that's where I did my sculpting class. And then this morning, I was like, okay, there's a live 30-minute sculpting class. And then right after that is a C2 class. So I was like, okay, I can do like an hour and a half sculpt into flow and really kick it up a notch today, since I feel like I haven't really been as on it the last couple days with like coming here and everything. I go down this morning to set up my sculpt class and it's taking me a second to like get all my bits together. We start the class, I go into a little baby cobra and it literally in front of my eyes, right in front of my eyes, it looks like there's like a hair on the floor, and so I go to blow on it and then my eyes focus. It was a spider right in my face. I have never moved so fast. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. So then I'm running around, I'm trying to figure out how to kill this spider. I'm so scared of them. I've got this little dust buster that my parents have and I'm trying to find a plug for it. I was like, ah! So when I came upstairs, my dad was still here, he hadn't left for work. And I was like, please, you have to help me. But then, because it's so dark down there and I'm like trying to shine my flashlight to show him exactly where it is, he could not see it. And so I'm not fully convinced that he got it. I thought he did, but then he kept like moving the paper towel around and I was like, I can't. I'm so traumatized. I need to like go down and vacuum down there before I try and do another workout. I literally have missed 15 minutes of this class already. So I was like, okay, well, at least I signed up for the C2 class. But also because I'd been like right at the start of class, like deciding to take this live class, I wasn't plugged into the playlist. So I'm just listening to this girl give cues in silence. And I was like, this is so bad. This is unfun. I'm having a bad time. I come upstairs, I'm trying to do the mat on our rug. It's like sliding around. And the mat itself has no traction. So it's like on the rug moving and then the rug is moving when I move. It was so unfun. So I was like, okay, we get a clean slate with this second class. It's gonna be fine. And then the second class starts and it starts off like normal flow classes start, you know, a little bit of warming up, couple of like holding poses to get us going, but then it stays at the same pace for 20 minutes, doing the exact same flow section. And I was like, I am having a terrible time. And because it's a live stream class, I feel like I can't leave. I feel like I can't just turn it off and be like, your class was terrible. I'm not having fun. This is like actively not doing anything for me. I'm very intentional about the teachers that I go to and the classes that I take, because if I take a teacher who I feel like hasn't thought of modifications and thought through the ways different bodies are going to move through the class, I'm just not interested in taking the class. Also, I want it to be fun. I want it to be an interesting. So I did the best I could. I definitely only participated for probably 30 minutes of the hour-long class. Here's the thing, I'm glad I moved my body. I feel like that was a lot, and then I just like abruptly stopped. The main thing on the docket today is my friend texted me and asked if we wanted to do a co-working session. I can't remember if I was vlogging. I don't think I was when we got together for our last one. But my friend Julie has recently switched to freelancing doing music. So because I obviously do social media and have a lot of like computer work that I do, as well as my research stuff. We had talked about doing some co-working sessions because sometimes it's nice to just like sit with someone else, even if it's in silence, and get work done together. If we're to go to like a coffee shop or something. I sent my Nuuly for the month to my parents, so it arrived yesterday. So we're gonna try on my Nuuly. Today we are going for a light look. I'm going very Victoria McGrath inspired, like skin first, peachy, bronzy. I wanna look alive. I wanna look alive. I'm gonna go sit in front of my air conditioner to like cool down, and then we'll assess the time and what I have time to do. As always, I'm struggling with the angle to show you the fits. Let's see what I got in Nuuly and if there's anything in here that I can wear today. Perfect for this weekend. It has this shell design all over it. Very long, but that's fine. White shirt under this does not have great opacity. So that's unfortunate. I thought I was gonna be able to wear this shirt, the thing under it. It does have pretty good compression. I think this is definitely a contender for today as a possibility. Really quite comfortable. It's just very whimsical and fun. I feel like this is a good contender for outfits today or even for Friday night. Yeah. And I got my shorts on because I just don't feel like taking them off, but we can do this to give the right illusion. Okay, I don't hate these. They are a lot thicker than I thought they were going to be, and they don't have pockets, which is dumb. Maybe I would wear these. I don't really wear shorts. I don't know why I was like, I want shorts. I think it's because I don't have any casual outfits for summer, and I was like, this would just be so cute to like wear around, which is, I'm not wrong. This is fine. This is the large. I've been ordering the extra large in this shirt, but the large is perfectly fine. I prefer the extra large just for the extra room, but I'm this. And that's everything I ordered from Nuuly this month. I have no idea what I'm wearing today. I think this is the vibe for today. Go sit at a little coffee shop, edit. I'll wear my charm necklace and earrings. It'll be great. I'm in a car and I'm behind the wheel. Oh boy. Yes, I drive. I have my license. I don't like driving, I will say, and it's been a while since I've driven, but I need to go to the grocery store. I used to have a dashboard thing, like a mount for my phone. So if that was here, I would use it, but I don't know where my family has put it. I can't believe nobody's using it. I gifted it to them when I moved out because I wasn't driving, obviously. So I don't know what car it's in. Also, we're on double glasses duty, which is so fun. It's been a long time since I've had to do this. Anybody that has to wear glasses knows the deal. Anybody that has glasses and doesn't have prescription sunglasses knows the deal, I should say. I actively opened my prescription sunglasses case, brought the case with me, and left my prescription sunglasses at my apartment. I think because I thought I wasn't going to drive, and if I was, I'd only need my regular glasses. I don't know. But also, it's been so long since I've done anything with my prescription. I don't even know if this prescription matches the one that's in my prescription sunglasses. So anyway, that's a whole thing. I unfortunately can't like bring you with me on the drive because they don't have a phone mount. And I really need to focus on the road. Hop on an audiobook and we're gonna take a little drive to go pick up some stuff for dinner tonight and tomorrow. Okay, we survived the suburban Trader Joe's. I really like this one, but I'm starting to notice that there are things that like different stores do. Like my store in the city has zucchini noodles pre-made, and I didn't even see any zucchini in general in this store. But I think there are like different things different stores do depending on their customers. So let's turn this puppy around, go home. The audiobook was good, it like kept me calm, but I had a coffee like an hour ago and my heart is racing. So I need to go home and chug a ton of water and eat like bread or something because there's something in this latte. Oh, I drank it too late for sure. I was falling asleep in the coffee shop getting work done. I was like, I'll get a coffee. No, mistakes were made. So that's happening. So I just need to like be zen on my drive home and not let these crazy Jersey drivers get the best of me. Also, I'm allowed to say that because I'm from here and I've grown up driving around Jersey drivers and they're friggin' nuts, okay? Especially around the holidays. Like, even though we're a week away from 4th of July, the driving is still nutty. People have been nutty the last couple days. Did I get out my mini mic just to film this clip? Yes I did, because I'm sitting directly next to an air conditioner. That 4 o'clock coffee was a choice. It was definitely a choice. It's 11:30. I am awake, so I'm gonna read Darkwater Daughter. You all saw how many books I brought with me. I thought I was gonna be reading a book a day. I was sure I was gonna be flying through books this week. No, I'm lucky if I read 10 pages. One of my things going into this year was I wanted to read quality over quantity books. I wanted to take my time and slow down because I felt like last year I had read so many books and most of them I didn't like. So I think this is just teaching me I like to read a little bit slower sometimes and savor books. And I'm tabbing this one, so I'm being really intentional about like where the tabs go, what I'm tabbing. And some people are not like that. Some people just tab any which way. For this book in particular, there are just like certain things that I want to be able to go back to, like pieces of the magic, and I have different colors for different people's magic and different types of magic, and because I just loved this book that much. And I tabbed my ARC copy and I didn't get to tab my finished copy. There was no Love Island tonight, so I threw on Perfect Match and got a ton of editing done in next week's vlog, which was great. We are back in the car. It is so hot. Oh my god, I need this AC too. Hurry it up. I'm really loud. Sorry. We're back in the car. We're in a different car, but we're back in the car. I am going to a different grocery store because I didn't get quite everything I needed yesterday, and the rest of the stuff that I need I can just go to a regular grocery store for, and I need one with like a good bakery. So we are headed to a King's. It's in the next town because we used to have one, but it closed, unfortunately. I'm making dinner again tonight. We're doing burrito bowls, and then my mom and I might go to Home Goods or Marshall's or HomeSense. She said she needed a chair. I wanted to check out what's going on up here in the stores after being down at some different ones last week. And then I need to do all my prep for tomorrow. So I'm gonna review my presentation. I'm gonna pack so that I don't really have to pack much tomorrow besides like my toiletries, and prep the food that I'm bringing. I don't even think I've told you what I'm doing tomorrow. That'll be for when I get back, because I want to get on the road and like pop out, pop back, make this a quick errand and not make this a whole thing. So let's go to the grocery store. Really hoping I didn't have to do this, but we were at a second location because the first store didn't have mangoes and jalapenos, which I was actually so shocked by. So fingers crossed this store has them. Okay, we're back. So let's unload these groceries and we can talk about what is going on. The main reason I came home this weekend, or this week leading up to this weekend, was because I have a sleepover planned with some of my like best friends, and we love doing sleepovers, so we would have probably done one this summer regardless, but this one is extra fun because we are planning our 30th birthday getaway. I was thinking, like, what do I want to do for my birthday, and how about instead of doing birthday and Christmas gifts this coming year, so 2024, we plan a 30th birthday vacation for all of us, because we're all turning 30, starting with me, this coming December in 2024, and then the rest of them follow in 2025. And they were like, yeah, absolutely. We went to Disney last year. We had a blast. We have like thrown out ideas for so many vacations, but because all of our schedules are so different, it's kind of hard to do like spontaneous things. We do have to plan things pretty far in advance. What are we calling it? The Golden Girls Turn 30 location planning party. We ended up doing a pre-party survey. Just to give you an idea, I'll pop it up on the screen. I made it, and this just gave us an idea of like, what is the budget people are looking for? How many days are people comfortable going away with? Are we cool with international places, or are we staying domestic? Is it a flight? Is it a car? Like, are we comfortable in an Airbnb? Would we prefer a hotel? Are we comfortable renting a car? Or would we prefer to do like Ubers and public transportation? And this was just a really great way to get an idea of like what people want to do. Tomorrow, we're all gonna come with 3 locations and a PowerPoint slide, because we wanted to do a PowerPoint party. It's like a million things in one, right? So one PowerPoint slide to sort of like round up why you chose this location and why you think it would be a good pick. And then I've made a bracket. There's like a little bit of fate there with like, how are we gonna parse out where we go? And also we haven't told each other the locations that we're bringing. I'm really excited. It's gonna be a lot of fun. We love hanging out together and we love a theme. So we even a couple weeks ago, someone was like, what's the vibe? Like, what's the menu? Like, what are we thinking? And I'm not hosting, right? Like I've just had an immense amount of time on my hands the last few weeks. So I've been able to like send up the survey, do the bracket, like all that kind of stuff. And I was like, well, as long as the host is okay with me making a mood board, I can make a mood board for the party. And they were like, sure. So I went on Pinterest and I just like put together like garden party, fun, flirty, did a pajama party movie night for Valentine's Day. I was like, maybe we do something like a little bit dressed up. Like we all put on an outfit, we like bring something to the party, and then we'll have breakfast the next day and hang out the next day also. I am gonna make a mango salsa. That's why I was getting the mangoes, which is why they were important. And I'm testing it out tonight on my family so I can make sure I know how to make it. And then for breakfast the next day, I'm gonna do a baked French toast. So I can make that tomorrow after my conference. I'll have time to like assemble that, and then it can just go in the fridge overnight and everything can soak in, and then it'll be good to go. So I'm actually gonna open up this loaf so that it can get a little stale. I picked up chips to bring tomorrow. Good morning. We're getting ready for the day. I've already showered, so we're gonna hop right into hair. We've got an early start, long day, lots to do, so let's go. Before I start on my hair, I'm gonna put my moisturizer on. I think I said I placed a Sephora order a couple days ago and it came in yesterday, so I have a new Dew Instant Angel. So this is gonna go all over the face, and we're gonna let that soak in while I do my hair. Starts in 45-ish minutes, so we're gonna do a really quick face. I know I wasn't gonna do a lot to begin with because the Zoom camera just is not forgiving. And the thing I've learned when wanting to look put together for presentations on Zoom, color in the cheeks, color on the lip, a good brow, and like evened out skin tone is really all you need. So we're gonna be focusing on getting my under eyes together, evening out my skin tone. I'm gonna do like a reddy-ish, not like a full red lip. I do wanna try this new primer I got a sample of. It's the Makeup Forever Hydra Boost. We're trying a new foundation today. This is the HD Skin Undetectable Stay True Foundation by Makeup Forever. I'm gonna go ahead and add the Hollywood Flawless filter right into it. Love how this foundation made my skin look. Okay, I timed this so well. I have like 15 minutes and I'm just deciding what I want to do with my hair, because obviously my bangs are a little unruly, but that doesn't look too bad. It does feel like a lot of hair though. Like I might need to just keep the front out. Let's get this lip on. So I'm gonna line my lips with the NYX Hot Red liner. I'm not gonna go too crazy. Actually might get a mirror. Hold please. Just a little line in the red, and then I'm gonna fill it in with this pinker shade. This is Whipped Caviar, also by NYX. We're gonna do a gloss. This is Tower 28's XOXO. I absolutely love Tower 28's glosses, and I love the way this color looks. It adds a boldness without being like red, you know? Ooh, I needed a matcha to wake up, but now I've got my like anxiety jitters, and I didn't take my anxiety meds quite on time. Like I don't think they're gonna kick in because I'm the first presentation. If I was the second one, I would take it right now, but I should have taken it like a half hour ago. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Done. Well said. I could not have asked for a better scenario considering I'm not in my own apartment. Usually this room is so hot because the sun is beating in, but it's very overcast right now. I, number one, don't have to worry about getting too washed out by the sun, which is what usually happens when I have to present in this room, or when I've had to present in this room in the past. And I might not even need my little light, so that's great. I am thinking about adding just a little bit of definition under my eyes. Yeah, great. I'm gonna get set up and then we're gonna rock and roll. I'll just finish with my contact information and where you can find me on social media. Thank you. The conference is done. My dad picked me up a Diet Coke because I was fading. I've been up since 6. We've removed 4 nails since then also. I think my presentation went well. I didn't get any negative feedback, but I also got like no feedback at all. So I think it went well. I was proud of it. I was proud of myself. I was mostly proud of myself for following through on applying to conferences and then getting accepted to one and being able to actually present because it was virtual. So obviously there's a really big gap in the financial aspect when it comes to being a researcher, because if you're not backed by an institution that gives you like a travel stipend to go present at conferences, then everything is sort of on you. Memberships to organizations, fees for like conference registration fees, hotels, airfare, like if it's not in the city that you live in. This was pretty cool. It was very international. Like one of my friends from my master's program was also presenting and she's currently living in India. So it was really nice to actually see her for the first time in like a year almost. Coordination that went into this is insane. I'm hoping that if I like power through right now, finish getting packed, make the mango salsa, and just make sure that like my bags are literally ready to grab and go and my dress is ready, then I can like lay down and close my eyes for like 20 minutes and maybe get a little cat nap in because I am so sleepy. Hello. take a little detour to walk the pooch, but we are packing the toiletry bag. I have the toothpaste and my toothbrush. We test our products before we pack them. So, locked. I'm bringing the mini of the Skin Fix just because it's the mini. So we've got that. We've got my serum, bringing jet lag mask to use under my eyes. Then we've got facial moisturizer, body lotion, sunscreen, lip balm, toothbrush, toothpaste, acne dots. I think I only have like one more of these. Locked. Great. Makeup remover. So I'm gonna go lay down, maybe for like 30 minutes.